Cody Campbell. I'm from Tucson, Arizona. My father played it ever since I was a baby, and I took to it at around 3 or 4 years old. I almost wore out his concert tapes and his records just listening to it all the time. And it stayed with me as I grew up, and at 17 I decided to become an Elvis impersonator, and I'm 24 now. It started with an interest in just singing, and my vocals to me sounded especially good as doing Elvis. And I made a little mixtape of myself singing along with an Elvis track, and I brought it to my brother and asked for his honest opinion of what he thought of it, and he came over and thought it was really good. So I went to karaoke and started singing to build up my courage and to get used to a bigger and bigger audience. And I noticed getting a really good response, and with support from my peers, I decided to become an Elvis impersonator from there.
You never close your eyes anymore. I kiss your lips. There's no tenderness like before in your fingertips. You're trying hard not to show it.
I blank out, basically. I lose all knowledge of my lyrics and what I'm going to do, and I basically start freaking out. I call it the pre-10-minute jitters. It happens to me every time for the 7 years that I've been doing it. It never goes away, but for anybody who's watching this who may perform things, it's a good thing. It means that you care about your crowd and you care about doing a good job. So it's normal to be nervous, and you want to expect that feeling. So don't be scared of it. When the music starts and you get on stage, it all comes back to you, and it's just fun from there. Elvis had everything. He had the looks, he had the hair, he had the charisma, he was eccentric. You know, he had something that everybody else tries so hard to acquire, but it's just elusive to them, and to him it just came so easy. And I believe that it was something supplied to him by God. You know, he was God's gift, as you will. He just had that it factor. It's something that you can't exactly explain, but that's what keeps people coming back, is his down-home behavior and how humble he was, and he was just a good old country boy is what he was.
There was a lazy no cat, claimed they had a bad back. All her brothers were fit for.
Away from Elvis Week, I work as a manager at a sporting goods store because I like the outdoors as well. I love to camp. I love to hike. I love being outdoors, and it's a very fun and laid-back place. I love to work out. Besides Elvis, I love just about every kind of music out there, from the vintage music like Elvis, Roy Orbison, Ricky Nelson, to 80s hair bands, to Green Day, Katy Perry. You know it, I like everything, and that's just a little bit of what I like to do outside of the Elvis world. I want them to get the feeling after the show that I'm sincere with what I do, that I'm passionate about it. I want them to understand that I put many hours into this and that I'm serious about it, and I really respect Elvis Presley, and that I do it to keep the memory alive, and to make them feel that it came from my heart, and that all the lyrics and the music went through me, from my heart, through my mind, and then came out of my mouth.